having big emotions, here's what we do. Name it, claim it, and then, if we need to, reframe it. What is the need behind the emotion? Okay, for example, my kids are fighting and it's over something that seems really small. And my daughter is clearly angry. That's obvious that she is, but she's not saying that, right? She's like saying bad things to her little sibling and doing all this stuff and really not behaving in a way that is consistent with her values and her beliefs. And it's very clear it's because she's exited that part of her brain and now she's just having this big feeling and she hasn't named it, she hasn't claimed it, and she's just flailing, right? So then I have to, as her parent, make sure that she has the tools to recognize that she can name it. I am angry. I am angry. Claim it. I accept that I'm angry. That's okay that I'm angry. It's not okay to hurt other people because I'm angry, but it's okay that I'm angry. And then reframe it. Why am I angry? Okay, I'm angry because I'm mad because he kicked me, right? This like little tiny little kid kicked me. And they always, and they this. Okay, so now we're talking about 10 things that have happened in the last 4 years of our lives, right? So it's hysterical because it's historical, right? So we're getting hysterical because there's a lot of historical things going behind this emotion. We are not in the moment. So now it's my opportunity to say, okay, how do you feel right now about what happened? What do you need? And for her in that moment, it may be, I need to feel physical safety. Or another one it very well could easily be is, I need to feel that when my little brother kicks me, that you will defend me. And sometimes that gets kind of mutated into like, you will punish him. But then that's leaving out of the equation why he behaved the way he did. And that's, again, not taking accountability away from this little 4-year-old child. You know, we need to reframe from the perspective of, okay, this is a 4-year-old child that behaved a certain way in the same environment. We need to name, claim, and reframe for everyone involved so that we can take all of the historical stuff and acknowledge the emotions, but not let the emotions become, I kind of imagine it as like a mallet, you know, like I have this emotion and because I'm not claiming it as mine and trying to reframe it as in like, okay, why am I feeling this? What is the need that's not being met right now? And what can I do that is going to, in a really constructive way, get that need met? Because the thing that won't do that is taking that feeling like a mallet, this angry feeling, and going like this and destroying everything and everyone in the room. Because when we do that, we don't feel any better. Everyone around us now also feels poorly. We may have released a tension, a historical tension, but we didn't meet our need. We most likely created more problems that now we are going to have to deal with moving forward. So naming it, I'm angry. Claiming it, that's okay. I'm human. Maybe I don't like it when I'm angry, but it's okay that I'm sometimes angry. That's okay. Reframe it. Why am I angry? I'm angry because I need acknowledgement that I was hurt. I can do that. I can do that. I'm so sorry that you got hurt. Other child. Go through that whole context again. Get to where they are. Separate them. Get us into a moment where our emotions are not taking over our bodies. And focus on, okay, problem solving. How are we going to get to our emotions before they become a mallet? How are we going to grab onto them for both of us so that we all feel safe, we all feel heard, we all feel respected, and we all can feel like our behavior is consistent with what we want? Because when our behavior is not consistent with our values because we are reactive and not introspective about our emotions and what's going on, then we are really unhappy because we have let ourselves down, and nothing feels worse. There's no punishment worse in the world than when you feel that you've let yourself down, or when you feel you've let someone else down through your behavior, which really is knowing that you let yourself down. But that's okay. In my house, we talk a lot about gratitude, about what happened this week, today, yesterday, that made you feel grateful. What are you grateful for? But we also talk about what are some things that you felt you could have done better, you felt you failed at, you felt you didn't do justice to yourself with. And what we do then is we name it. We claim how it felt. We claim why it felt that way. And then we reframe it. And we say, okay, yeah, this behavior that I did is not consistent with what I want. It's not consistent with my values, with what I aim to do with my behavior, with how I want to show up in the world. Okay. But from that experience, what have I learned? And every single time we can find usually many lessons that we learned from those mistakes, from those failures. And so it really is an excellent tool for working with your young children to, again, reframe, okay, this thing happened, I'm naming it, I'm claiming it, and now I'm going to reframe it and say, well, actually, this thing that I perceived as bad happening to me has led to growing, has led to learning, has led to an opportunity because someone helped me. And when they helped me, not only did I learn and grow, but I made a new connection with them. And I found a new friend, or I found a mentor, I found an opportunity to join a new club or to join a new activity. So there are so many opportunities in life. And so when we help our children actively consider reframing things, when we give them that framework to take with them into their interactions and to their days, that really gives them tools so that they can show up in a very present manner in their own lives, take ownership of their own lives, and that makes them much less likely to be victims of trying to live out a life for someone else, because they are so present in their own life that they don't have the time or desire to try to control someone else's thoughts, life, to try to fit in with them, because they are just focused on showing up as their best self every moment. So they don't need to model bad behaviors. And they're just trying to show up as their best self. And they are trying to make sure that when they go to bed at night, when they do their little check of the day of what they liked, what they want to learn from, what they want to maybe approach differently in the future, that, they're okay with it, that they're okay with them. Because at the end of the day, they belong to them. They don't need to fit in. They just need to always know and respect who they belong to and never forsake themselves. I hope this is helpful. I welcome your comments. I look forward to them. And I'd love to see you all over at WeDon'tTellOurStories.com.